last week of camp? With all the experience y'all have coming back and everything.
Yeah, last year, it was just, we were all new to each other, and we were trying to figure out what pieces we had and what guys could do, where we could plug guys in that, and, things like that. But this year, I feel like we have a better understanding of what guys can do. We got Jaden coming back as our quarterback and stuff like that. So, things like that, help us a tremendous amount. And I feel like coming into this year, we're a lot more together and a lot more gelled together rather than we were last year.
Last year when you and Emory got in the lineup, I think things started to take off, I guess, about the third game. Can you just remember or tell us about how that felt to try to get – everybody was gelling together, it seemed like, at that point.
Yeah, it felt good for everybody to, get in there and gel together and for things to go, 10 upward, but like I said, last year, we were still trying to – it was little things. It was little things that we needed to clean up. It was the little things that we needed to do, and it was certain things that we needed to do to gel together, and I feel like this year, we got it.
What are y'all doing offensively, other than just maybe Jaden throwing the ball deep, being aggressive, to become a little bit more explosive instead of just as efficient as y'all were last year?
I feel like, we use the tight ends a lot. Our tight end room is a very good room, especially with those two young guys that just came in, Markway and Pennington. So I feel like, this year is going to be a good year for that room as well. And, last year was a good room for Taylor too. So I feel like, the tight end room is a big strength.
There's there's 8 running backs on this team. Who has really stood out to you as somebody that you didn't expect, or just kind of who's been doing well?
I think all of our backs have been doing well, but I think somebody that stood out to me, especially in the offseason, was Noah King. Noah, man, he got his body together, got his body right. He ran faster than I think he's ever ran, which was 22 miles an hour that he clocked that out. And he's looking good, man, and he's really impressed me. Josh coming back off his injury, he's coming back, he looked good, things like that. So I feel like Josh and Noah are really, really, really good, hard-working kids, and they surprised me this offseason.
Logan Diggs, what have you seen out of him? And obviously he's newer to the team.
Yeah, Logan Diggs, I feel like he's going to be a great addition to our running back room. And coming from Notre Dame, I watched a little bit of tape on him and how he runs. He runs behind his pads well, gets low. I think he's a gritty runner, and I think that adds, a little bit more oomph to our room.
I know you work more hand in hand, so to speak, with the guards, but what do you like? How much fun do you have when you watch Will Campbell and Emory Jones when you watch the film and stuff?
Yeah, I love watching those two young guys play, man. They play hard, physical, and they're still young, but they're playing good. So in my eyes, I feel like they're veterans.
What's your impression of Mason Lunsford? Kelly was talking about him as a guy that they seem to think brings a lot of depth.
Yeah, Mason Lunsford, he's looking good right now. Coming in from Maryland, being all Big Ten last year and things like that. I feel like right now he's doing good. I feel like he's doing a good job in the room.
We've heard a lot about Bo Bordelon, his development this offseason. Just how have you seen him kind of grow, even since the spring when he got a lot of those reps with some guys out and not quite on campus yet? How has he kind of grown as a player?
Yeah, Bo has grown a lot as a player. He's developed physically. He was always a big kid, strong kid, but I feel like now if you look at him, he's all the way filled out. And I feel like physically he's developed a tremendous amount, and then also mentally, he's grinding every day in the meeting and training room, just trying to learn more and do more. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like as a young guy, he's definitely trending upward.
What are your early impressions of Lance Hurd and what you've seen from him so far?
Definitely big physical kid, big physical kid. Definitely long cut, guy on the edge, so that's going to help him a lot as well. And I think, his aggression is good. I love his aggression.
You had surgery after the season, knee surgery. Was it a clean out or?
Yeah, it was a meniscus, so I had to clean up my meniscus a little bit, and yeah, that was really it.
Did you have to? Did you play a lot at the end of the year? When did it happen? Did you play with it as much as you could?
Yeah, I played with it as much as I could. So I'm not going to specify when exactly it happened, but I played with it.
But you played with it.
Yeah.
On the offensive line, who's made the biggest jump? On the offensive line, who has made the biggest jump so far?
I don't know, to be honest. I would have to.
Charles Turner.
I would have to think. I'll have to get back to you on that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you good.
What
Coach-
has it done for you? I mean, this guy this time last year, the Senators was kind of up in the air. You got the job in the middle of the season. At this point, in your, late in your career, to like come into preseason camp being the returning starter, what has that done for you as you go through and get ready for this season?
For me, it's just it hasn't done anything to me, honestly. Like, I'm still competing every day. What I did last year was what I did last year. That's not what I did this year. It's a whole new year. So for me, I'm just coming in, competing every day, trying to be the best me I can be, because it's going to be a long season and it's going to be a good season. So I feel like, with everything that we have coming back and everything that we have, and coaching staff and our leadership and everything like that, I feel like we have a good chance to, take it all the way this year.
Being on the inside, I know you get to go up against Mason Smith a lot of times. So what is it like going up against him, and how does he make you better as a football player?
It's definitely fun going up against Mason because we're both high energy type of guys. So it's like we're both going at it, and it's nonstop. We get a little chirping here and there, a little tugging, a little pushing and shoving. But for him, going against him week in and week out, that's what I'm going to see every week in the SEC. So going against guys like that, so going against him makes me better every day.
Coach Kelly mentioned cross-training a couple of the younger guys at the center position. Why is that important, and how have you seen them kind of take on that role?
I feel like it's important for people to cross-train at center, because especially those young guys like Chester, Bo Borderline, guys like that, because we need guys who can stop the ball. Like, you never know what situation you might be in, and you need another center. And if nobody else can snap, then we're basically.
Have you seen them both take that on? And I saw DJ playing a little bit center yesterday.
Yeah, I feel like Bo and DJ have definitely taken that on well. They both snapping good right now, making calls, getting things down. So I feel like them having Bo having that whole spring playing a little bit of center, and then DJ coming in and cross-training at center. And I feel like DJ, is a smart kid, so, that was easy for him to pick up and things like that. And Bo, him working that whole spring, that gave him an opportunity to go in there and get reps at center. And, he plays center guard and tackle. So he's versatile. So, that's what I love about Bo, too.
Can you talk about your leadership and how much, I know you work as a unit, but the center is usually the captain of the unit. Was that something that came naturally to last year, and how much more are you comfortable with that role this year?
Last year it was just, I had to, work my hardest to, get in there and play. So that's what I did. And then now this year, I just try to stay on the young guys and, tell them what they should be doing, not even just football-wise, just off the field-wise, like with your body, things like that. Because, this is my 5th year, and, you start feeling those seasons, they add up a little bit. So, I just try to stay on them about taking care of their body and things like that.
Making the calls.
Yeah, making calls, that comes with it. You play center, you're going to have to make the calls and things like that. So that just comes with it. It just, if you play in center, you're going to have to actually just naturally lead. It's going to have to be in.
Was it difficult after what you accomplished last year to have to sit out the spring and watch?
Yeah, it was difficult for me. I ain't gonna lie, because it hurt me. It really did hurt me a lot. Seeing those guys out there without me, and me putting in the work that I did put in to finally get a chance to go out there and show what I could do. It did hurt me a little bit, but at the same time, I just kept high spirits and kept leading them guys and cheering them on anywhere I could. I was out there in the brace, giving them water, all types of stuff. So, it's just, it helped me as a person, you know what I'm saying? Not just a player.
I mean, really, since coming here, it sounds like, just the development style of Brad Davis has been talked about a lot. You've been here with him since the beginning, since he got here. There's a lot of cases of him being able to develop talent pretty quickly. Just what about his style has really kind of helped you guys and been able to develop you pretty quickly?
I think it's just his approach is unique. He knows how to get everything out of each and every one of us. A lot of people, coach one way or, only have one trigger or one thing, but I feel like he knows all of us well enough to where he can pull that out of us and coach each and every one of us differently. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Coach Davis's approach is a lot more different and unique than other coaches.
Is there an
got two
example?
more right here.
Is there an example for you specifically? Like, is there any part of your game that you feel like has been really honed and crafted well because of something that he's told you or taught you?
Yeah, Coach Davis definitely, taught me a lot about the game, and for me it was just technical things that I needed to get right, and also physically developing that I needed to get right too as well. So, being under Coach Davis, learning all the things that he knew and what he was teaching me, it helped mold me a lot as a player.
Okay, so another year with another group. I know y'all all veterans from last year. So what y'all been really focusing on for y'all as a group to take the next step?
For us, we just trying to work on cleaning up those little things. We're not trying to go from an F to an A. We're trying to go from an A to an A plus. So that margin of error is thin. So for us, we're just trying to clean up all the little things, whether that may be, you took too big of a step on this B block, or you took too short of a step on this B block. Like we're just trying to clean those little things up, for that way we can reach our goals.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Charles.